Wow. Super Bowl is over. No more NFL until September. No more college football until August. It's one of those times, man. One of the longest off seasons in the year, man. One of the longest off seasons in the year. But that season went by so fast. It went by so fast. But the Seattle Seahawks is the Super Bowl champions. I'll tell you what. It's crazy to see how much of a difference you make when you get a QB that, has a very interesting career, and you have him on your team and he wins the Super Bowl on the team. Now, mind you, I will say this. I'm not one of those people that think that, the Vikings would have won the Super Bowl with him being on the team. I'm not one of those people that think that the Vikings should regret trading or letting go Sam Darnold. But one thing I will say is this. This is a crazy story for Sam Darnold. It is a crazy story for Sam Darnold. But let me tell you something about that defense. That defense that whole year has been on some crazy stuff. It's been on some tearing down like offenses. They tore down offenses all year. And it did not make anyone feel comfortable. I tell you what, man. Mike McDonald, the coach of the Seattle Seahawks, former Ravens defensive coordinator, must I add, he got a solid team around him. This team is going to be dangerous next season. Whether they keep Sam Darnold or not, we'll see. But, man, aren't the Seattle Seahawks a very good team defensively? Do they remind y'all of some, team back in like 2015, 2016, 14 that was named after the Legion of Boom? I mean, that defense, I couldn't tell you anything else, but man, that defense is, boy, I would want that on my team. I would want that on my team. Another funny thing I find from this Super Bowl is DeMarcus Lawrence. I'm a Cowboys fan too, just to clarify. But DeMarcus Lawrence has said basically that he wanted to not be on the Cowboys because he loves the Cowboys. But he feels like he needs to win somewhere else. He didn't say that directly. I'm just making stuff up. But he wanted to win somewhere else. He took it upon himself to go to Seattle, where a lot of us, including myself, was saying, man, Seattle ain't winning culture. They weren't going to win nothing. You know what I'm saying? Why would you go to Seattle if you want to win? Go somewhere like Kansas City or go somewhere like, Baltimore or somewhere that's a winning culture. Man, DeMarcus Lawrence has us fans shutting up. DeMarcus Lawrence has us shutting up. He literally went to Seattle and won a Super Bowl himself. And DeMarcus Lawrence, his season has been really, really good. I mean, it's been ridiculous that we all thought that if he went to Seattle, that he would not have won. And that we would have thought he would have just been like the same way as the Cowboys. He would have left. I tell you what, when you put your gut and your thoughts together, sometimes it works out the right way. Man, I tell you what, too. Mike McDonald, again, about him. He has solidified himself in 3 seasons. Consistency. He showed consistency 3 years in a row. And we knew Seattle's defense was good. But they were stout. They were insane. They were doing crazy things, man. They were killing teams. And even with those losses, the games were close. They didn't get blown out. They didn't do nothing like to lose, a lot. I'm telling y'all what, bro. If Baltimore had Mike McDonald right now as their head coach, I guarantee you, man, we would have been like 2012 or 2002. And we would have won a Super Bowl with Lamar and all of them. I guarantee you we would have won a Super Bowl this year or whenever he was going to do so, because it was going to happen. It was going to happen. It was going to happen. Devin Witherspoon. I don't know what in the world or who in the world had left him behind those picks before he got drafted by Seattle. But they sure as heck missed out on a corner. They sure missed out on a corner that's very, very good. That dude is really balling out of his mind right now, man. He was balling out. He was just balling yesterday, man. I think he had like 2 sacks, a forced fumble. Like, come on, man. I was telling my boy OG, y'all know he's a co-host for the Loc'd podcast. I was telling him, man, like, bro, I wish Baltimore had Devin Witherspoon on their team. I really do. Because he brings the energy. He brings the energy. He's a trash talker. And then he plays his words. He backs up to his words. If I don't want a corner on my team like that, then I don't know what the word I want. And I mean, Devin Witherspoon is like that, for real. I'm telling y'all, all yesterday he was doing some stuff, man. He was damaging people. 22-13 or 7, I don't know which one. Had the game literally won by himself on that fumble. And then Uchenna Nwosu had picked it up and ran for a touchdown. This Seattle Seahawks team is really, really good. And you can say whatever you want to if you're a Vikings fan or if you're a Seahawks fan or if you're one of those fans that think that Sam Darnold should have stayed on the Vikings. But one thing I will say is this. Sam Darnold had only 1 or 2 passing touchdowns. Only 1, I think. And Kenneth Walker really delivered that game. I don't think anyone in a stat line like that, I'm not trying to hate on Sam Darnold. I don't think anyone with that stat line would have won a game like that. But again, it's just they have an all-around team around them. So what can you say? Man, I tell you what though. It's gonna be a fun off season to watch what goes on. Cause I think, personally speaking, Seattle may need to resign him. Unless they want to go with Jalen Milroe. Oh boy, we're gonna have to see. We are really gonna have to see. But if you enjoy what I'm talking about, if you enjoy these type of videos, man, y'all make sure to subscribe, like, and share. We do podcasts every Friday on live streams. And we would love for you to be on the podcast. If you want to be a part of the podcast, man, y'all make sure to hit the Discord on the bottom of the screen so that you can be featured on one of our episodes. We would love for you to be on. So with that being said, appreciate y'all. Love y'all. Seattle Seahawks fans, let us know down in the comments how you feeling. Vikings or anybody that feels about Sam Darnold, you let me know how you feel about this. And, yeah, stay locked in.